Good morning. Welcome to this virtual press conference where BK Group is going to announce its financial results for Q1 2024. I would like to appreciate our media partners for honoring our invitation and all stakeholders who are following us now. My name is Audrey. I will be moderating this session. I would like to introduce BK Executive Management who are with us on this call. We have BK Group CEO, Beata Habyarimana, Bank of Kigali CEO, Dr. Diane Karusisi, and the CFO, Anita Umuhire. They are going to take us through the financial results presentation, and after we'll have a Q&A session. I invite you to post your questions in the chat box, and I will read them. You can also raise your hand, and we'll give you time to ask your question. So without further ado, allow me to welcome BK Group CEO, Beata Habyarimana, for her opening remarks.
Thank you, Audrey. Thank you. Good morning. I will start thanking you for joining us on this call where we are glad to present the Q1 of the financial year 2024 performance for BK Group. We'll also take you through some insights of what the performance has been driven by. Definitely, we are glad to present the financials of the Q1 with a significant milestone in terms of performance, where BK Group has been recording an increase in its net income of 33%, with a total reporting of 23.9 billion Rwandan francs, equivalent to $18.5 million in net income for Q1 for the financial year 2024, with steady return on asset and return on equity growth. We are also glad to see that we have been able to navigate for this financial performance amidst of a dynamic global economic landscape, where our strategy as a group remains being a customer-centric company, where we like to enhance our comprehension of the customer needs and be able to more and more personalize our financial solutions to our clients. The long term being to envision to be the ecosystem of the one-stop stop, where both financial and non-financial services are offered. For those, I think I've been witnessing different initiatives to better understand our clients with customer feedback platforms, with private banking launch. But definitely, we keep our path and our goals remaining to become the one-stop shop for financial and non-financial services. We have also been glad to see that the economic environment was providing more stability, as we recorded from the central bank a reduce in the central bank rate from 7.5 to 7%, which also is confirming the stability of the inflation around 5%. This is very encouraging for us, as it gives more means to the clients for the consumption, but also giving more predictability for the growth of our businesses. We have also been happy to see an ease under pressure for the financial for the depreciation of the Rwandan francs against the dollar, but lower than what we had last year, and which also gives you the ease of keeping servicing our clients in terms of excess transactions. But definitely, the records of the performance at the group level have been sustained with the different dividends being paid during the last AGM, for which we assume that offer being able to follow, as well as good growth records, be it for the BK General Insurance, the BK Bank, for which CEO, Diane, will take you through for the tech house, which keeps increasing its stake in terms of payment, route pay and route education platforms. The same with BK Capital, where the placement fees have been trading its grow as well as the funds as under management. And definitely for the BK Foundation, which is now 1 year old, and kept pushing our position in terms of education and fashion literacy across the country. Our goal for the future outlooks remain with further financial inclusion, being able to give access to all our clients. You have been aware of the Nanjye Nibeka campaign, with also more digital solutions being displayed, as well as the expand of our network. We also look for fostering our position in terms of financial inclusion, be it on our markets where we are listed, and also with sustainable financial solutions. I will give the floor to my colleagues who will take you through the figures, definitely to explain what has been leading all these performance for Quarter 1 2024.
Thank you, Beata. Good morning, everyone. As Beata said, we are happy to share the performance of the group and the bank for Quarter 1 2024. I think those who have the report, the press release in front of them, can see that our business has continued to expand, with loans and advances increasing by almost 19% year on year. I think this is something very commendable, and is reflecting the health of the economy in which we operate. And our clients' deposits have increased by 30% year on year, again showing that economic activity is doing very well. Something I would want maybe also to share is we are proud of becoming more and more efficient. If you look at our total operating costs, they are reducing year on year by 13%, which is very difficult to do, and I don't think many people achieve to actually reduce costs. It's something we're quite proud of. We have been working on efficiency and seeing across the organization where there are avenues or opportunities to save or reduce costs in the payment space mainly. Also, we want to be a paperless organization, and we realize that there are costs to be saved there. So this is something we're quite proud of. We are challenged, I think we'll be now challenged to keep the pace with keeping reducing costs on a quarter-on-quarter basis. All in all, you've seen that we have a very good increase in our net income of 23.9 billion. Something that I would want also to mention is our Nanjye Nibeka campaign, which is a retail banking campaign. We want to establish Bank of Kigali as the retail bank of choice. We believe that our roots are mainly into business banking, corporate, SME, and agribusiness in the past year, where we've also made a lot of investments. But we also want to position BK as a retail bank of choice. We are offering, we believe, the best experience on digital channels, and we want to create a sense of community around being a BK client, and targeting some segment of the population where BK is not very present, like the youth, sole traders, etc. And we believe that the products that we've designed for them and with them, very relevant, are going to, and very attractive. So we look forward to sharing in the course of the year the outcome of this campaign. The early signs are very good, showing that our products and services are well received by the target groups that we've developed. And we hope that by end of the year we'll be able to reach our targets. So I'll leave all the details to our CFO, Anita. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Diane, and good morning, everyone. I'll just take a few minutes to quickly go through some of the key financial highlights for the first quarter of the year. As mentioned, the group has reported a net profit of 23.9 billion, which is a double-digit year-on-year growth of 33.6%. This performance was supported mainly from the bank side on net interest income that grew by 23.4% year-on-year. And this was driven through a number of pillars. One was the loan book growth that we've seen year-on-year of 18.8%, and this was mainly through our agri business, SME, as well as retail. We've also managed to contain our cost of funding at 3.3% since the end last year, and this has been mainly done through focusing on demand deposit mobilization, although this is generally a key challenge in the market. We've also seen good revenues stemming from our foreign currency placements. In general, we've seen growth in our foreign currency denominated deposits, and so we've been able to place these deposits and earn good revenues on that. Non-funded income continues to be a focus area for the group, especially for the bank. Our NFI ratio for Q1 was 28.5%, up from 24.9% last year. Apart from the loan-related fees and commissions that are correlated to the performance in the loan portfolio, we've also seen very good growth and prospects in trade finance, especially around bills of exchange and LCs. Our remittance business has also significantly picked up and performing well. We're also seeing increase in volumes of our digital channels, which speaks to the general uptake that we're seeing in our digital channel space. In terms of operating costs, as CEO Diane mentioned, for the group we're reporting 23.9 billion, which is a decrease of 13.4%. And this is again a very good performance compared to prior periods. Our cost to income as at the end of Q1 was 36.9%, down from 42.8%, and this will continue to be a focus area for the group for the rest of the year, as well as we strive to be more cost efficient. And loan loss provisions were increased by 26.2% year on year, and this was driven by, of course, expected credit losses that were taken on distressed exposures. As you will notice that our cost of risk at the end of Q1 was up from 1.5% to 2.2%, with an NPL ratio of 5.7%, up from 4.5% at the end of last year. But overall, we note improved quality of earnings, with an ROE of 25.3% and a return on average asset of 4.4%. Looking at our financial position, our total assets at the end of Q1 were 2.2 trillion, which is a growth of 4.3% year to date. This is comparing to December last year. This growth that we've seen in Q1 was mainly funded by the increase in profits, as well as interbank deposits and a small growth in customer deposits. Gross loans grew by 6.8% in Q1 compared to last year. And as mentioned, this was fueled by growth mainly in our agri business that has seen double-digit growth, as well as also SME and retail. As mentioned, we've also increased our placements with other banks, especially on foreign currency placements. I think this is what we'll share, key highlights, and we'll be happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're now going to go into the Q&A session. I have two questions on the chat from Ondiro Oganga. First question, what do you attribute the performance to? And then the second question, what is the outlook for the rest of the year?
Thank you for your question on what is the outlook for the future, for the remaining of the year, as well as what to expect from quarter 2. But definitely the path is the same with the growth we are recording. It's a double-digit record in terms of growth, not just for the profit, but also for the total assets we have as a group. And also we do expect for the future to keep having a bigger contributions from the different other subsidiaries of the group. Especially we have been recording a good growth with BK General Insurance and BK Capital, for which we believe it's playing its role in giving more access to financial services to the population. For the future, the two axes remain, basically being a customer-centric company where we would like to provide more and more convenience to our clients with the bigger reach out. You have been told about the campaign for the retailers. We have also different offers for the SMEs, but in particular to also keep our path moving for digital product solutions, for banking, for insurance, and for investment. The same also for what we provide to the education platforms. So we keep seeing that expansion in terms of providing convenience to the products we give to our clients, but also with more accessibility for the financial inclusion. We remain listed company on Nairobi Stock Exchange and Rwanda Stock Exchange, where I would like to see more and more participation from the market. And we also see our impact growing in terms of sustainable finance. I would say we remain on the track with the expectations we have in terms of growth for the year 2024.
We have another question from Héritier Bahizi from the New Times. Could you provide the current interbank rates and elaborate on how your bank is performing as a lender in this regard, especially in contrast to your growth in Q1?
So this is a very specific question. The interbank rates are always slightly above the T-bills rate because this is for short-term lending. And we believe that these rates are going to come down very quickly because, as you know, the central bank has lowered the key repo rate to 7%. So usually the interbank rate is, maybe 100 basis points above the key repo rate. But again, we can offline share exactly the interbank rates of the day, and this changes on a daily basis. So BK is a net lender on the interbank market because we have always excess liquidity. Sorry. And of course we make money. Anita, can you continue?
Yes, yeah, maybe just to add to that, as Diane was saying, we are a net lender in the interbank, and I think I mentioned that also in the in terms of the performance in the financials, that you'll note that we've increased our revenues in terms of short-term placements that we make, and this is just a further support in terms of how we've been performing, and we're growing that revenue. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to ask our group CEO to also provide a summary for our Kinyarwanda speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey Urakoze. Nk'uko twatangiye tubivuga, tubashimira kuba mwitabiriye ubutumire bwacu bw'iki gitondo. Tunejejwe no kubagaragariza urwunguko BK Group yabashije kujya mu gihembwe cya mbere cy'umwaka wa 2024. Ubwo bwagaragajwe no kwiyongera imikurire ishimishije, aho inyungu rusange ku mpero z'igihembwe cya mbere cy'umwaka wa 2024 twiyunguyeho 33 ku ijana, bikaba bishatse kuvuga miliyari 23.9 by'amanyarwanda, aribyo bingana na miliyoni 18.5 by'amadolari y'Amerika. Akaba ari urwunguko rushimishije kuri igihembwe cya mbere cy'umwaka, ndetse kandi bikaba byagiye bishyikirwa n'urwunguko rufatika by'abari ku mugabane bwite dufite return on equity, cyangwa se no ku mutungo bwite wose w'ikigo. Ikindi kandi twakwishimira nuko urwo rwunguko rwabonetse nubwo hagenda haba ibintu bigenda bihindagurika mu bukungu bw'igihugu, ariko tukaba twarishimiye ko ku rwego rw'imikoranire rwa banki nkuru y'igihugu n'andi mabanki, amafaranga agurizwaho amabanki yagabanutse, akaba ari ikimenyetso cy'uko izamuka ry'ibiciro ritangira no kugira ituze ntiryongere gutumbagira, aho tubona ko baduhamiriza ko izamuka ry'ibiciro riguma kuri 5 ku ijana. Akaba ari umubare ushimishije kuko utuma byaba abakiriya bacu cyangwa se natwe ubwacu tugira ubwisanzure bwisumbuye mu mihari no mu gutanga serivisi. Bikaba ndetse binaduha kuba twakomeza kugira iyo mikurire idahungabanywa n'igihindagurika ry'ibiciro. Icyakora haba hashobora kubaho impinduka baramutse ndageze nk'ibihe bibi by'ihinga cyangwa se ibijyanye n'umutekano ku isi. Ikindi kandi twishimira nuko buri kigo cya BK cyagaragaje urwunguko, yaba ari banke, yaba ari BK General Insurance nayo yabashije kugira urwunguko rushimishije mu mikurire yaba ari BK Capital nayo yakomeje kugira urwunguko 80 ku ijana mu mikurire yayo, yaba ari BK Tech House ikomeje kunguka abakiriya mu bijyanye na platform zo mu burere mu mashuri ndetse no mu kwishyura, ndetse bari na foundation imaze umwaka, BK Foundation imaze umwaka nayo ishinze imizi, ikomeje kugira uruhare mu gufasha abantu gusobanukirwa n'ibyishoramari no mu burezi. Ku buryo bw'umwihariko twavuga ko hejuru y'urwunguko rwagaragajwe ndetse n'inama y'abanyamigabane yatanze urwunguko ku mugabane, BK Group ikomeje gushinga imizi mu gukwirakwiza serivisi z'imari, icyo bita financial inclusion, yaba mu rwego rwa buri wese ku giti cye nk'abantu ba retail, aho mwumvise nanjye ni Beka campaign igenda igaragaza ko buri wese ashobora kuyinjiramo, yaba ari ku bijyanye n'abakoresha ikoranabuhanga digital tools tugenda dukwirakwiza hirya no hino, yaba ari ku bashobora kuba bagira imigabane bagura aho BK Group iri listed, ni ukuvuga ku isoko ry'imigabane mu Rwanda ni Nairobi, yaba ndetse no mu gutanga ibisubizo by'ishoramari ku rwego budahungabanya ibidukikije sustainable finance. Tukaba twabizeza ko aho ngaho muzadusanga tukiri mu ba mbere batanga izo serivisi mu gihugu kugira ngo buri wese abashe kubigiramo uruhare kandi yabyungukiramo. Imibare ijyanye n'urwunguko twayitanze ngira ngo iragaragara muri report twasangije mwebwe mwese. Murakoze.
Thank you, Beata. We have another question from Olive Nete from RBA. She's asking, Nanjye Beka was a very good and a successful campaign. Would like to know what are the next steps for this project and how it has impacted the profitability of the bank in Q1, as well as the expectations in upcoming quarters.
Thank you for the question. So it's not over. It's just started. And I think you will hear more of us and more of Nanjye Beka in the coming weeks and coming months. So it was only the start, showcasing our products to retail clients, because we know that on the market we are mainly known for serving business clients. So the expectation is to grow significantly, probably double in the next 2 years, double the number of retail clients. So you'll be able to judge us by results. At the end of the year, we expect to have onboarded close to 100,000 new clients. We believe we're on track because the early signs show that people are not only interested, but they are joining the bank in mass. So yeah, you'll hear more of us, and you'll be able to judge us by our results. Thank you.
One more question from Ndahayo. With regards to the current inflation and depreciation rates, what are your projects for the rest of the quarters?
Thank you, Ndahayo, for your question. I think we would say that those are good news. Good news in the sense that as the inflation becomes more stable, you have more ability to predict what you would like to do. And then for that, it means being able to lend more, being able to have people can access investing more. I think it's one of the key elements. The same for the depreciation, as we kept seeing for the last 2 years, a big loss, I mean, in terms of depreciation between the Rwandan francs and the US dollar. Seeing that today the depreciation is lower than what you experienced 12 months ago means that there is more facilities in providing financial foreign exchange transactions, and I think those are good news, be it for the clientele or for the companies or even for those who are exporting outside. So we would say that for 2024, as long as we keep those that stability in those rates, it means growth, it means more transactions, it means an easier way of transacting in foreign currency.
Thank you. We are getting close to the end of this press conference. Would like, if there are no more questions, I would like to invite Group CEO Beata to give her closing remarks.
Thank you, Audrey. We'd just like to thank you for your faithfulness attending our calls, where we are glad to share with you the performance of BK Group for Q1 2024. I also take the opportunity to thank the whole BK team dedicated to provide these services. It's due to them that we can reach this performance. And also thank the customers for their trust in what we provide to them, for giving us the feedback on what they need. We commit as a group to keep delivering more and more. And we hope that with what the different remaining quotas will be bringing to us, we'll be just showing that our commitment of delivering has been achieved. So we thank you for the attendance and for the questions and for the partnership. Have a good day.